What's going on, people, and welcome back to the channel. So this evening I'm going to talk about the European Super League and A22 trying to bring it back in a different format, and why I don't think it's a good idea, and why clubs have rejected it, and why I stand by what they decide to do. So the A22 is a company that is trying to push this Super League idea through. They've come back with another proposal which multiple clubs have turned down. All the English clubs: Celtic, Rangers, Feyenoord, Porto, PSG, the two German clubs, Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich. And yeah, I think it's terrible. I mean, I'm not surprised. I knew they were going to come back with another suggestion for it. Nobody wants it. It's a terrible idea. Close shop again. It only benefits the owners of these football teams. It doesn't benefit the fans. It doesn't benefit the players. And yeah, I just think this whole Super League idea will never happen. I think it's a completely pointless concept. I don't understand why they keep coming back with all these proposals. The English clubs can't join the European Super League because if they do, they'll be thrown out of the Premier League. That will hit the Premier League financially. Nobody will want to watch the Premier League like they are at the moment. So, for example, like, with all due respect, but you get, like, Brighton versus West Ham. That's not a money maker, is it? You know, everyone around the world wants to see Manchester City versus Arsenal. You know, they want to see Spurs. They want to see Chelsea. They want to see the big team, Liverpool. They want to see the big teams. And without the big teams in the Premier League loses its appeal. Barcelona and Real Madrid are still involved. They're the only two clubs still involved in this from Spain, because financially, again, they just can't compete with the Premier League. You know, La Liga, they dominate La Liga. It's all to do with revenue. That's why they're staying in it. You know, Florentino Perez is the guy who's pushing it forward. Again, it's just ridiculous. A stupid idea. You know, it would kill football, this European Super League. And the fans don't want it. You know, we voted with our feet, you know, the first time they tried to push this through without the knowledge of the fans. You know, the fans stood up to the owners and said, no, this is not happening. And yeah, I just don't think it will happen. It's completely pointless. I think that it only benefits the owners. You know, they've said that people would be able to watch games free to air. So where would, you know, again, that wouldn't make any sense, because where's the money going to come through? You know, the revenue. A lot of this has to do with games in general. You know, the Premier League, for example, it's the best league in the world. It is. It's the most entertaining league in the world. But I do think things need to be tweaked slightly. For example, like three o'clock kickoffs on a Saturday, for example. In the UK, we can't watch any of those games because we're not allowed to. But across Europe, they can. Across the world, they can. So that benefits them. You know, I think we should bring in a concept where you can watch games at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Even if it's on, you know, if you have to pay for, like, your club, for example, or just, like, free to air. Have, like, a channel where you can watch Premier League games at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I think that really would be a good idea, but I can't see that happening. That's a suggestion I think we should consider. Celtic and Rangers, they've said no. You know, I'm happy Celtic have said no to this European Super League idea. You know, I do think if the Premier League clubs did agree to go, Celtic and Rangers would have gone as well. I do think that Celtic and Rangers would have took the offer if, like I said, other teams agreed to do so, but they just haven't, and I think that's a good idea. That would kill our game in Scotland if the old firm weren't there. You know, that's the only reason why people watch Scottish football, let's be honest, is Celtic and Rangers. And yeah, I just think that this is just ridiculous. You know, it's all about money. That's all it comes down to. These owners, they just don't care. They're so corrupt, and all they care about is taking your money and putting it in their back pocket. I think, unfortunately, we are going to get the Super League, basically, in UEFA format next year. This whole Swiss model for the Champions League is coming in. You know, so we are going to get the Super League, and in some capacity UEFA based. You know, everyone's backing UEFA. Everyone's supporting UEFA, but UEFA are no angels. You know, they are corrupt as well. You know, there's a lot of question marks about UEFA in general. They said that there'll be 14 games a season with this. It would be in midweeks. It would replace the Champions League again. But it just doesn't make any sense. So 14 games a season for this European Super League, and then you'd have home games and away games, but it would be across the world. So again, that just doesn't make any sense. So for example, you might have like Barcelona versus Real Madrid, for example, in like Kuala Lumpur, for example, and then but it wouldn't be in Spain. It would be, like I said, it would be in Malaysia or somewhere like that. Again, that's just not a concept that I like. You know, a lot of people don't like it. But yeah, I reject the Super League. Well, we reject the Super League as fans. We don't want it. It should never happen. It will never happen, in my opinion. And yeah, I think A22 should just give up. It's completely pointless trying to push this Super League idea through. And yeah, it would just kill football. So that's my thoughts on the Super League comeback, if you can call it that. You know, to me, it's just noise. You know, I don't think it's going to happen ever, you know, in terms of teams breaking away and things like that. I can't see that happening. I think we'll get a Super League, like I said. We are basically getting one, which is in the UEFA format and the Champions League I've already mentioned. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.